I will
Is the
check
camera
that out.
here or here? Because I'm getting confused.
I don't know, actually. I keep looking here, but you're
I think
right.
you're right.
bet
It's right
here.
there. Try that.
Okay.
Welcome to BustmobTV. In the spirit of living our life with intention, me and Gretta Nance found some time in our day to pause, grab some coffee, and chat about what's going on inside Bustmob. We'll answer some questions, interview a Bustmob babe, and share ways to be more intentional in your daily life. Hop on in.
Welcome to the car of intention.
The car of intention. I like that
I just
too.
made that up because it could be anyone's car. It could be your car.
Mhm.
But whether you do it in the morning or in the evenings, I suggest morning time. It's still coffee morning time.
Always.
Find some time to be intentional.
That's right.
Mhm.
Well, this week, I find time to be intentional by taking a bath.
I like it. I
And-
like it. Anything special? Like, is
I know, it
that
sounds weird.
unusual? I know. I hope you bathe.
I love to bathe. But I love baths. Like baths to me are like the time that I can like escape. I can close the door. I can lock it. No one can get in.
Locking a door is good.
And well, my other bathroom doesn't have a lock, so there's a problem there. Story for another day. But I like to take detox baths. And
what is that? I don't love the word detox. It usually involves no drinking. But what is a detox bath?
Well, this isn't a drug detox bath. This is just a calming detox bath that involves like putting Epsom salt in it, like 1 to 2 cups of Epsom salt, about 1 cup of baking soda. And that sounds weird to a lot of people, but it tends to neutralize the pH inside your vagina. So detox your vagina.
I will give that a shot.
Yeah, why not?
But you also put, I think I saw you post about it on Instagram. You even put like essential oils in there too,
I do.
right? It's like that makes it feel fancy.
Yeah, the recipe said 10 to 20 drops of lavender. Well, I've already ran through my lavender like 6 months ago. So I grabbed some grapefruit because I'm like really into grapefruit scents right now. So I put grapefruit in there and also 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar.
What does that do?
Also pH balance.
Okay, I'm going to try that. And you just relax?
You just mix it all in there and get it real hot. And then you sit in there for 20 minutes. You have at least 20 minutes. And then it's like the deal is done and you're just like, your skin feels soft and you just feel nice. And there's something to do with the baking soda and the salt too that like makes your skin really soft. So I'm like, this is just great.
Hold me to it. I want to do one.
Do one.
Be intentional next week. I'm going to make this recipe and
I did a
cook
reel.
myself in a bath.
Okay. Wait, cook yourself?
It
Don't
sounded
cook
like
yourself.
you poured ingredients into a hot situation. So
You
it's
do.
kind of like a recipe.
Yeah, don't burn yourself. But I did do a reel on Instagram, like of showing like how to do it really quickly. So check that out if it's tickles your fancy.
I will do that. I will
Is
check
the camera
that out.
here or here? Because I'm getting confused.
I don't know, actually. I keep looking here, but you're
I think you're right.
bet
It's right there.
So what's popping off in Bustmob this week?
Oh, so many things. First of all, like we had 300 to 400 new members this week, which is insane.
Crazy.
Like we're growing so fast and the community is so healthy and positive. I love it. And then there was that photo in there. It was a tattoo of like on the boob. It was flowers.
I love all the boob tattoos.
It's so
They're
cool.
beautiful.
It's inspiring and I need to think twice about this.
yeah. It looks expensive too. That one was
did.
beautiful.
It did. So there's a lot of questions right now that are really good. And I know we have like 1 or 2 really good questions.
Yes, I think we have some time.
Yes.
So let's ask you a question.
Okay.
Here's the first one.
All right.
So I'm going to surprise you.
Okay.
Hey girl, what is BWD? How do I figure out what that is? And what does it even mean?
Good question.
Such a good question. BWD.
Yes, we hear that a lot in Bustmob. BWD stands for either breast width diameter or base width diameter. It kind of goes hand in hand. But what it is, it's the measurement of your breast, like from left to right. And that measurement will give the surgeon an idea of what profile will be best for your body. And a profile of implant means like the width of the implant versus the height of the implant. So the profiles are like moderate, mod plus, high profile, ultra high profile. But don't get bogged down with all of that because the surgeon will measure you, or the vector machine, the 3D imaging will also show you what your BWD is. And that's going to really direct the surgeon to know which profile will be best for your body. So I wouldn't get overwhelmed with it. I know a lot of people kind of get wrapped up in it in Bustmob, but don't worry. It's not really up to you to figure it out. It's nice to know so you can go in and look at the charts. It's fun, but don't get hung up on it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a nice to know. Exactly. Like that did not exist when I had it done.
Me
but
neither.
if you're into like really digging into it, it's a cool thing to figure out. And then you can plug it into the goal finder.
That's right.
And look at other people with your similar kind of measurements. So that's a really common question.
Yeah.
How about another question?
Let's
Are you
hear
ready for this?
Take it away.
Well, this one isn't about surgery. So
Oh,
I
God.
thought it would be fun to include too. Let's see if I can play it.
Hey there. I have a question. Eye cream. What's your favorite? And do I really need it?
You want to take that one away, Jenny? Do we really need eye cream? Because I do feel like people ask that all the time. It tends to be the most expensive a lot of times of a skincare product. Yeah. And it doesn't always make you dramatically look like you've had 20 years of sleep or have had surgery. So what's your favorite eye cream? And do you really need it?
Well, recently, due to the med spa, I've been turned on to, what is it called? Lumiere.
Yep, Lumiere. You're doing so well. The brand is skincare one. The brand is, but I'm proud. I wanted to hear what Jenny would say about it. The brand is Neocutis. Yeah. And it's specifically, there's two that we both like. I think you use the Lumiere Firm, and I use the Lumiere Firm Riche, which is, to me, just for old people. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's for people with drier skin. So it is a fantastic eye product. Love it. But I would say I have a lot of eye talks with people because eye cream is a hard one to see major results. This area is so thin though, y'all. The skin is different than it is right here. So it's almost like you're not going to notice a huge difference by using it. Over time, you will, but you notice a big difference if you aren't using it. So I'm almost like, look, y'all, we have to invest and protect along the way. You'll be so glad your 30 or 40 or 50 or 60-year-old self will thank you so much for using an eye cream, which, yes, there are more on the expensive side. The Lumiere line that we use, I think it's about $99, but that should last you 6 months. But look, we have almost no elastin, which is the stuff that makes our skin look plump and unwrinkled under our eyes. So you've got to use something specifically formulated to help that little bit of elastin that you've got keep it going. Look, it is worth investing in, even though you don't see massive results like you might somewhere else. You'll be glad that you did. So such a good question.
I love Neocutis.
I do too. That stuff is good. I'm a big fan. All right, we got time for one more question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, Jenny and Greta. So I'm having a hard time finding pictures of women that have the same statistics as me. Do you have any recommendations, or can you point me in the right direction? Thanks.
Oh.
Is that is so cute. Sweet. And is that the most common Bustmob question ever?
Oh yeah. I see that all the time in Bustmob. Do we have the same height and weight? Let me see your CCs. Which is very common. And of course, people want to see that. But a great place to go is Goal Finder, which makes me think of that interview we did with Casey. Such a good interview. I think we should check that out.
Yep. She is in Bustmob. She, just like everyone else, is I think I have a unique body style and I'm worried about looking too heavy or going too small. Help me.
Yeah, big concern.
We get that. So yeah, let's play her video.
Let's watch it.
Well, hi, Casey.
Hey, guys.
We're so excited.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for letting us interview you and ask you some questions, not only about your surgery experience, and we know you're pretty active in Bustmob, but I know you've got some tips and some things we really want to dig into today.
Yes. Let's do it.
We're going to rapid fire some questions. Are you ready?
I think so.
Don't overthink it. In one word, what's the very best thing about your boobs?
Close.
Close? I love it. And what's your bra size before you had implants?
It was a negative A. It was skin.
I'm not sure that's a real size. Give us your implant details. Do you know CCs, brand and profile that you ended up choosing?
So I have Cientra 107s, 565 cc's, high profile.
Woo! I'm excited to heir about that. So what bra size do you wear afterwards?
30, 32, triple D.
Up there? Yep.
Yeah.
It's up there. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how worth it was it?
25.
Oh God, was this a tough question?
No.
All right. In the first 6 months after surgery, number of bikinis and new bras you purchased?
Oh, good one.
Probably 5 bras, but I haven't quite dipped into the bikinis yet because last summer they were a little, they needed some time. So I bought a couple bandos that covered up a little bit, but I'm really, really excited to buy some for this summer.
Yeah. I think my number was 12. That's it. No, I mean, that was a lot of bathing suits. Yeah, it was a lot. So recovery, was it better or worse than you thought it would be?
It was different than I thought it would be. I think I kind of imagined that I would wake up feeling perfect, and I didn't wake up feeling perfect. But overall, it was a lot easier than I expected it to be.
What's the thing you love the most about Bustmob?
I love interacting with women before and after they have surgery, and just watching each other, cheer each other on, share photos.
recommend surgeons. You know, I'll see somebody that reached out to me and we'll talk about Dr. Fredman, and then she'll have surgery, and then I'll see her a few months later in Bustmob sharing her story. And I just sort of love the whole like giving back aspect of it.
That's cool. It's like a sisterhood when you say it that way.
Yeah.
It's like big sister, little sister.
Movie
kind of
sister.
thing. Yeah. Well, that's a perfect lead in to what we want to talk to you about too, because I know that you had surgery with Dr. Fredman at Amelia St. Louis, and you were like super helpful when other women were asking about that, and super helpful to us to refer women to you to kind of share your experience. So talk to us about him and his team and all of the things, and about Amelia St. Louis and Dr. Fredman.
The first thing that always pops in my head about Dr. Fredman is that he's like so kind. And I think that finding a plastic surgeon, I don't know, like that my biggest fear was that it would be somebody who was intimidating or weird, or I don't know. He's super normal and kind is like the loudest part of his personality to me.
And what is one tool that you use? I know what it is, but what's that tool that you use that was really helpful in helping you decide like what size might look best on your frame?
Goal Finder to me was such an enormous tool to be able to show Dr. Fredman photos of women that actually look like me and not something that would be unrealistic. I don't have like I don't have a very traditional body shape. Like I'm 5'3", 135 pounds. I have a really big bottom half compared to what was a really small
Stop bragging.
top half.
And you've uploaded your photos onto Goal Finder since.
I have.
So you've really paid it forward to a lot of other women to find a body type like yours.
Yeah.
So what took you so long to have surgery? Because I know you talked before about this was something you always wanted. Tell us a little bit about like your journey and what like your final moment of like, I need to do this.
It's something I had thought about forever and ever, even since before I had kids. And I think after having kids, there were two aspects of it. One was financial. Like I didn't want to like put my family in any type of a position financially because of something, you know, personal to me or what felt like that. But like the real turning point was trying on lingerie with my husband and just like losing it because everything fit so terribly. Like at some point I realized that me feeling more comfortable in my body was going to greatly affect everything in my life.
What advice would you give someone who is on the fence and they have kids? Like, you know, the whole mom guilt thing that a lot of us experience. Like as someone who's on the other side of that, what would you say to her?
To just do it. I mean, my kids, I feel like they're sponges around you all the time. And even though I have boys, I know that they heard me complaining about how things fit or complaining about my body. I am being a better role model for them because I love myself more than I did before.
That's such a hard thing to get other people to understand though. Like I love the words and I hear them and I feel them. But God, it is so hard to be like, I swear. It's like, you know, do you go for a $3,000 marriage retreat or $6,000 at a boot? Like both will help your marriage. But it is like an investment, but that's so hard on the front end to get people to understand. Like,
the one thing I see over and over and over again in Bustmob is that people wish they would have done it sooner. And that's how I feel. And that's the one thing I would say, if you want to do it, you should do it now. I wish I could go back and do it before I had kids.
Well, that's kind of like our goal of building these tools. Every tool, hopefully we build with Bustmob's like approval will help them get to that point faster. Yeah. You sharing your journey and you getting in there and helping other women, like we can help people do this faster. So yeah, because who knows how long we're going to live. Like I want to enjoy these things as quickly as possible and all the feelings that come along with it. So thank you for helping us do that.
Last question. What are 2 things you wish you had known before you had your breast augmentation that'll help other women?
The 2 most important tools for me for making my decision and jumping in and going for it was getting to know the women in Bustmob, getting in Bustmob, sharing my story, hearing other people's stories, and having the Goal Finder.
Nice. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad it was helpful. Thank you so much for sharing your story, being vulnerable, paying it forward, being a good big and little sister.
That's right.
in there. Thank you so much, Casey.
Thank you,
Casey. You guys.
Wasn't that so great?
She is adorable.
We love Casey.
And I love that she went to Dr. Fredman in St. Louis.
That's right, our Amelia
sought
location.
him out. And to some people, went with a bigger size implant than she probably would have confidently after being able to see other people with her frame by using the Goal Finder.
Yeah, and I bet you're wondering, where the heck is Goal Finder? You go to Bustmob.com and there's like a goal finder tab at the top. You click it and then you can actually like plug in your stats and hit search and like hundreds of results will come up. And it's just a really great way of seeing your body type and seeing other people's results because there's nothing else out there like it.
Yep. We want to save you from going to porn sites.
Yes.
Unless you want to go to porn sites, which
no judgment
here. But this is a better way to help find a wish pick for your surgeon for sure. So I love the goal finder.
Me too. So this car time, intentional time, so important for everyone to take a minute in their day just to like focus on what's important. Figure out, like, take a breath, get some coffee. No big deal. But we got shit to do.
Yes, we do. We got to get back into Bustmob.
That's right.
There's good stuff happening. So
lots of things popping off.
See you later. Let's get back to work.
Thanks so much for watching. To join Bustmob, shop for swag, or follow me and Greta on social, click the links below. See you next time.